firstly, growing up and even now, what we see in the basketball world is a lot of the way basketball coaches coach, and not just basketball, but a lot of other sports too. It's really based on, I'd say, hand-me-down coaching methods. And a lot of this comes from when coaches coach how they were coached as players when they were playing. And I think what we see typically a lot of drills and isolated practice, which means practices without defenders, i.e. on air, because you're playing against fresh air. And we see a lot of these activities in a whole bunch of sports. And that is what I regard as the traditional approach. And it's this method which has just continued and kind of been passed down from generation to generation. So for me, evidence-based ideas is the alternative that we have. And we're really fortunate because nowadays there is so much information that we as sports coaches can use based on how people learn best and how people can actually adapt and perform movements. So a lot of the work I do in terms of evidence-based approaches looking at specifically the constraint led approach underpinned by ecological dynamics. And there's simply a lot of research out there done by academics such as yourself, Brian, and a whole plethora of other professors all over the world, which as sports coaches, we can readily access it and look at what are these things that have been spoken about in studies, and then try and take that and apply it in a daily basis. And I think it's really important to try and combine the practical with the empirical evidence and the research which is out there.